So, I've been looking at my lawn and honestly I've been thinking there has to be a better way to do this. What's up everyone, Victoria's Collection here, please like, share and subscribe, thanks. Now let's be real for a second. Tired of tedious lawn care? That whole weekend routine of dragging out the mower, the gas can, the noise, the sweat? It gets old. It's a chore that a lot of us just, well, tolerate. But what if you didn't have to? What if that whole process could be automated, running in the background while you do literally anything else? Imagine a perfectly mowed lawn with zero effort. Seriously, picture it. You wake up, look out the window, and your grass is perfectly manicured every single day. No more planning your Sunday around the weather or how long the grass has gotten, it's just done. This isn't some far-off futuristic concept anymore. The tech is here, and it's getting really good. It's about getting your time back, which is probably the most valuable thing there is. That's where a company like MAMMOTION comes in. They've been making some serious waves in this space, offering a lineup of cutting-edge robot lawnmowers for all yard sizes. These aren't the simple bump-and-turn robots from a few years ago. We're talking about smart, powerful machines that use some pretty impressive tech to navigate and maintain your yard with precision. So today we're going to dive deep into their lineup and see if this is the year you can finally fire your lawnmower. Let's get into it. Alright, so let's start with the entry point to this ecosystem, the Luba Mini AWD 800. This is the one designed for smaller yards, up to 1/4 of an acre. But entry point here doesn't mean basic. Right off the bat, you're getting all-wheel drive, which is kind of a big deal. Most robot vacuums and even some robot mowers struggle with any kind of incline or uneven surface. This thing is built to handle slopes up to 80%, which is honestly pretty steep. If you've got a hilly or terraced yard, this is already checking a major box. The brain behind the operation is what they call UltraSense AI Vision, paired with RTK auto mapping. This is the key that unlocks the whole system. There are no boundary wires to bury around your lawn, which has always been the biggest pain point of older robot mowers. Instead, you use the app to drive it around the perimeter once. It maps everything out using satellite and vision data, and it's good to go. It's a much more elegant and modern solution. It's a fundamental shift in how these things work, making setup way easier. And because it has this high precision mapping, it can perform daily precision mowing. It's not just randomly bouncing around. It mows in clean, straight lines, creating those satisfying stripes you see on a professionally maintained lawn. It even has a 4G module, so it stays connected for remote control and status updates, even if your home Wi-Fi doesn't reach the far corners of your yard. For a mini version, it's packing some seriously impressive flagship features right out of the gate. So, what if you have a bit more space to cover? That's where the next step up comes in. The Luba Mini AWD 1500H. The name gives it away. This one is built for those mid-size yards. Specifically, it bumps up the coverage from 1/4 acre to just under half an acre, about 0.44 acres to be precise. This is probably the sweet spot for a lot of suburban homes. It's got enough range to handle both a front and backyard without needing a mid-mow recharge, which is a key quality of life improvement. To handle that extra ground, it obviously comes with increased battery life. You're getting more runtime to ensure it can complete the larger job in a single session. But the core DNA is the same as the 800 model. You're still getting that impressive all-wheel drive traction, which is just as important on a larger, potentially more complex property. If your yard has undulating terrain with dips and hills, the AWD system ensures it never gets stuck and maintains a consistent, high-quality cut across the entire area. And all those smart features carry over. The wire-free navigation, the app control, the RTK precision, it's all here. This isn't just a bigger battery in the same shell, it's a system designed to scale up without compromising on the intelligence or the core performance. It's for the person who looks at the Mini 800 and says, I love the tech, but I just have more grass. The 1500H is the answer, maintaining that balance of advanced features and rugged all-terrain capability for a bigger canvas. Okay, now we have to talk about the flagship. This is the big one, the Luba 2 AWD. This isn't in the same mini category, and it's the one that really shows what MAMMOTION is capable of when they pull out all the stops. This mower is an absolute beast, designed for large properties. It auto-maps and maintains lawns up to 3 acres. Let that sink in. 3 acres is a massive amount of grass to mow, and this thing is designed to handle it autonomously. That's a huge time saver. It keeps that incredible 80% slope handling, so even on a large complex property with serious hills, it's not going to have a problem. But the cutting system gets a major upgrade. It features dual disc cutting blades with a combined width of 15.7 inches. That wider cutting path means it can cover more ground more efficiently, which is essential for a 3-acre lawn. It's not just about battery, it's about optimizing the hardware for the scale of the job. But one of the slickest features here is the zero-distance edge cutting. This is a huge deal. It can get right up to the edge of a patio, a driveway, or a flower bed, and cut precisely along that line, leaving almost no cleanup work. Plus, you get all the high-end specs, the UltraSense AI vision with 4G, and it comes with some serious peace of mind perks like free shipping, a 30-day return policy, and a full 3-year warranty. This is the no-compromise top-tier option for someone who wants the best of the best. So we've mentioned the UltraSense AI vision a few times, but let's break down what that actually means because it's the heart of this whole system. This isn't just a simple camera, it's a sophisticated perception system powered by a chip capable of 5 tops. That's 5 trillion operations per second. That's a lot of processing power dedicated to understanding your yard. This is what enables the mower to self-map and self-navigate with such high precision, and it's why you can throw away the idea of burying boundary wires. The system uses a combination of this camera vision, high-precision RTK satellite positioning, and other sensors to build a detailed 3-dimensional map of its environment. It knows where it is down to the centimeter. This means it can navigate complex layouts, remember the boundaries you set, and execute a mowing plan with incredible accuracy. It's not just reacting to its environment, it's actively understanding and navigating it. This is a huge leap from the old bump and redirect robots. And a major part of that is obstacle avoidance. The AI vision is constantly scanning ahead, identifying things that shouldn't be there. A garden hose, a kid's toy, a pet, or even a person. When it detects an obstacle, it intelligently navigates around it and then continues on its planned route. This is crucial for autonomous operation. You need to be able to trust that the mower can handle the unexpected without you having to run outside and rescue it. That 5 tops of processing power is what gives you that confidence. Now let's talk about the hardware that makes all that smart navigation possible on the ground. The all-wheel drive system is a standout feature across the entire Luba lineup. And it's not just a marketing gimmick. Each of the 4 wheels has its own in-hub motor, allowing for independent control and power distribution. This is what gives it the grip and stability to tackle conditions that would leave a typical 2-wheel drive mower spinning its wheels. It's basically like having a small all-terrain vehicle for your lawn. This AWD system is the key to that 80% slope handling we keep mentioning. That's a 38-degree incline, which is seriously steep for any vehicle, let alone a lawnmower. The ability to send power to all 4 wheels means it can climb up, mow across, and descend these hills without slipping or losing control. This opens up autonomous mowing to a whole new category of properties that were previously off-limits for robots. If your yard isn't perfectly flat, this feature is a game changer, but it's not just about steep hills. The AWD, combined with an adaptive suspension system, also makes a huge difference on rough, bumpy terrain. It can maintain traction and stability even when crossing uneven ground, small ruts, or thick patches of grass. This ensures a consistent cut height and prevents the mower from getting bogged down or stuck. It's a robust, over-engineered solution that provides a level of physical capability to match the mower's digital intelligence. It's the muscle that backs up the brain. Alright, let's zoom in on a detail that I think a lot of people who care about their lawn will really appreciate. The edge cutting. One of the classic problems with robot mowers is what I call the halo effect. They mow the main part of the lawn pretty well, but they leave a strip of uncut grass around the entire perimeter and around obstacles, forcing you to come back later with a string trimmer to finish the job. It kind of defeats the purpose of full automation. MAMMOTION has clearly put a lot of thought into solving this. The Luba 2 in particular is designed for what they call zero-distance edge cutting. Because of its precise RTK navigation and the physical design of the cutting deck, it can position its blades to cut right up to the edge of a hard surface like a driveway, a sidewalk, or a patio. The blades extend to the side of the chassis, allowing it to overhang the edge slightly and cut every last blade of grass. The result is a super clean, sharp border that looks professionally done. There's no need for that follow-up manual trimming pass. When you combine this with the ability to set up multiple zones, you can have it mow the main lawn and then run a separate edging program for the cleanest possible look. It's this attention to detail that elevates a product from being just a cool gadget to a genuinely useful tool that completely replaces an old workflow. It's not just about mowing the lawn, it's about finishing the job properly. So, having a powerful, smart mower is one thing, but controlling it is another. A lot of yards aren't just one big simple rectangle. You might have a front yard, a backyard, a side yard, maybe even a separate patch of grass by the curb. Managing all of these as separate areas is honestly pretty critical, and the MAMMOTION app is where this really shines. The system allows you to define up to 100 different mowing zones. Now, most people won't need 100, but the capability just shows the flexibility of the software. This means you can map your entire property and then break it down into logical sections. You can have a front yard zone, a backyard zone, and a side strip zone, all within the same app. You can then create custom schedules for each one. Maybe you want the backyard mowed twice a week, but the front yard, which grows slower, only needs it once a week. You can set different cutting heights for different areas, or even different mowing patterns like stripes or checkerboards. This level of granular control is what makes the system so powerful. You can also define no-go zones, areas within a mowing zone that you want the mower to avoid, like a flower bed, a tree with exposed roots, or a playground. And you can create channels, which are designated paths for the mower to travel between zones without mowing. So it can drive from the backyard, along the side of the house on the pavement, and then start mowing the front yard. It's a comprehensive management system that handles real-world property layouts with ease. Okay, so buying a piece of high-end tech like this is an investment, and with any investment, you want some assurance. This is an area where MAMMOTION seems to be doing things right, at least on paper. They seem to understand that customer confidence is key, especially for a relatively new brand in the consumer space. So, they've built in a few policies that are designed to give you peace of mind and lower the barrier to entry for someone who might be on the fence. First up, for US customers, they offer free shipping. That might sound like a small thing, but on a large, heavy box, that can easily be $100 or more in savings, so it's a nice touch. More importantly, they offer a 30-day return policy. This is huge. It means you can actually get the mower, set it up on your own lawn, and see how it performs in your specific environment. If it doesn't handle your hills or your grass type the way you expected, you have an out. It's a try before you fully commit situation. And then there's the big one, the 3-year warranty. A standard warranty for electronics is typically 1 year. Offering 3 years on a machine that operates outdoors in all sorts of conditions, rain, sun, dirt, dust, is a pretty strong statement. It suggests that they have confidence in the build quality and durability of their product. It tells you they expect it to last. Combining free shipping, a 30-day trial period, and a long-term warranty creates a package that significantly de-risks the purchase for the consumer. Alright, let's talk about the bottom line. The price. These are not cheap. The price range for the models we've discussed is roughly $1,599 to $4,499. And that's a significant amount of money for lawn care. But you have to look at what you're comparing it to. You're not comparing it to a basic push mower from a hardware store. You're comparing it to high-end riding mowers, or more accurately, the cost of a professional lawn care service over several years. When you frame it that way, the value proposition starts to look a lot different. A lawn service can easily cost $50 to $100 per week, which adds up to thousands of dollars a year. Over the 3-year warranty period of the Luba, the mower could very well pay for itself, and you get a perfectly manicured lawn on demand, not just once a week. You're buying back your time and getting a better result. It's an investment in automation and convenience. And then there's the eco-friendly aspect, which is a nice bonus. These mowers are fully electric. That means no more buying gas, no more oil changes, and most importantly, no fumes. Traditional gas-powered lawn equipment is notoriously inefficient and polluting. Switching to an electric robot mower is a cleaner, quieter, and more environmentally conscious way to maintain your yard. So while the upfront cost is high, you're getting high-end tech, eliminating ongoing fuel costs, and reducing your carbon footprint. So, specs and features are one thing, but how does it actually perform in the real world? I was digging around and The Verge did a pretty comprehensive review of the Luba 2, and their feedback is really insightful. They were genuinely impressed with the quality of the cut, noting that it produces professional-grade stripes that you'd expect from a much more expensive traditional mower. That's a huge win. They also pointed out its ability to handle tall, thick grass, which can be a struggle for less powerful robotic mowers. They also had positive things to say about the core technology. They highlighted the improved navigation, the user-friendly app, and the reliability of the 4G connection for control and mapping. These are the things that make or break the user experience day to day, so it's good to see them getting praise. A great cutting deck is useless if the mower gets lost or the app is a nightmare to use. It seems like MAMMOTION has nailed the combination of hardware performance and software usability. However, it wasn't all perfect. The review did mention that in the past, with earlier models or firmware, there were some software hiccups. This is pretty common with new, complex tech products. The key, though, is that the company seems to be actively improving the software with updates. The experience they had with the newer Luba 2 was significantly better, which shows a commitment to refining the product after launch. It's a good reminder that with a product like this, you're not just buying the hardware. You're buying into an ecosystem that evolves over time. So, after looking at all of this, what's the big picture? What does this all mean for you, the person who's just tired of mowing their lawn? The first and most obvious benefit is reclaiming your weekends. The time you used to spend on lawn care is now completely yours again. That's hours every month that you can spend with family, on hobbies, or just relaxing. This is the core promise of home automation, and these mowers deliver on it in a big way. It's about embracing a true set-it-and-forget-it system. Because of the advanced mapping, scheduling, and obstacle avoidance, you really can trust it to do its job without constant supervision. You do the initial setup, which is wire-free and relatively quick, and then you just let it run. The lawn stays perfectly maintained every single day, not just on the weekends. It's a shift from reactive lawn care to proactive, constant maintenance, and the result is a better-looking lawn with zero ongoing effort from you. Ultimately, this is an investment. It's an investment in your time, in the quality of your property, and in modern technology. With the solid warranty, the 30-day return policy, and the advanced AI and all-terrain hardware, it's a much more calculated investment than it might seem at first. You're buying a mature, capable system that solves a real problem. The question is no longer, do robot mowers work? The question now is the convenience and performance worth the price for my yard? And for a growing number of people, the answer is a clear yes. So there you have it, a deep dive into the MAMMOTION lineup. It's pretty clear that the technology for robotic lawn care has come a very long way. We're talking about a level of automation, precision, and all-terrain capability that just wasn't available to consumers a few years ago. From the compact and capable Mini 800 to the absolute workhorse Luba 2 for huge properties, there's a legitimate high-tech solution here for almost any yard size. It's a compelling vision for the future of home maintenance. The real takeaway here is the value of your time. This technology is designed to give you that time back, all while delivering a result that's likely better and more consistent than what you could do manually week after week. It's a true upgrade to your home and your lifestyle. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. It really helps the channel out, and I appreciate every single one of you for tuning in and being a part of this community. If you're tired of the weekly chore and this looks like the solution you've been waiting for, you can get started right away. Ready to reclaim your weekends? Sign up through my referral link today and get 1,000 points to jumpstart your journey. Referral link can be found in the description box below this video. It's a great way to get a little bonus if you decide to jump in. As always, it's been a pleasure breaking this down with you. Thanks for watching. Shalom.